Community Development Block Grant, Disaster Recovery Program, the CDBG DR program for GLO, state contract numbers 25-147-002-F335 and two more, 25-147-003-F336, and finally 25-147-004-F337. Staffed by Mr. Leo, you want to give us a little
Yes,
a
it's
brief?
just for the grants that we just received recently for the Tierra Linda drainage and the East Goodwin paving. Just like the other GLO grants, you need to assign signers. We're able to sign the checks for those and for other documents. So, you know, it's up to the council who you wish to assign.
All right, good. Yeah, we were out there, we were awarded, what, was almost 2 months ago?
About, yeah.
About 2 months ago, we were out there on the streets. I'll go ahead and make a motion on that one. That's good stuff. Is that also about a year's timeline worth, Rudy?
Probably.
It's a grant, they're about a year. The one with the ditches, over the drainage ditches has been
2 years.
almost 3 years, feels like 4.
Like
But 2 years, that's 2 years?
Yeah, the environmental.
Okay, I have a motion to accept.
But do you want to identify anybody? You want to name somebody?
A signer.
I'll go ahead and, who's not signing checks on the board here?
Somebody from the council.
Mr. Hernandez, are
Mr.
you
Hernandez not signing
available?
checks? Mr. Peña? Ms. Flores? Mr. Ramirez?
I'm not, but.
I can do it.
More available.
Because I'm free most of the time.
Dale, go ahead.
And
I do
I don't know
mostly
about Mr.
Thursdays.
Hernandez.
I'm here
I
Thursdays
know
and
you're-
Fridays.
It's kind of hard.
So
for
can
me
we put, okay, so we'll make a motion to add Mr. Ramirez with an alternate,
We're going to put 2?
Mr. Hernandez
Sure.
as an alternate?
No, pues there's 2
Or
signatories.
just put 2. If he's not
Okay,
available,
Mr. Ramirez and Mr. Hernandez for item 7.7. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. We didn't,
A motion and a second?
second,
A second, Mr. Ramirez?
did we, you motioned, right?
Yes.
So I second, okay.
Yes. Lordy.
Now we can
Okay,
take it.
all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 7.8, discussion and possible action to consider and adopt a resolution regarding civil rights for GLO state contract numbers 25. So these would be the aforementioned, all right? So do I have a motion?
I so moved.
All right, and this would allow, just to, for the record, and I'll second it, for the record, citizens to participate, which is what we basically have done in the past, right? Citizens to participate and plan. Section 3 policies, excessive force policies, limited English proficiency standard plan, code of conduct, and fair housing policy. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 7.9, discussion and possible action on resolution number 2025-22R for the radio communications project grant. Staff by PD. Chief.
Yes, good evening, Mayor City Council again. This is another grant that we were able to obtain. This is gonna finalize all our radio equipment. These are the 5 portables that are utilized by our CID sergeant, our admin and our TFOs. This grant funding was for $38,000. Will give us the opportunity to purchase the 5 radios that are left over, the old ones that we need to replace. So through grant funding, we've already replaced some of our unit radios, some of our patrol radios, and of course, we have already gotten some new portable radios for the rest of our staff. So this is gonna finalize it for the PD.
I know you did some good stuff with the older radios, or some of the older radios. Might not have been these that were replaced, or,
We might end up doing that with these as well. So we had some smaller agencies reach out to us that were in dire need of radios. So we were able to sell them at a reasonable cost to them, and they were more than happy. And so we made something back on those old radios.
So moved.
a motion?
Second.
A second. Thank you, Chief, again. Have a motion, a second. Any other questions? One question. How many you said, 5?
Yes, 5 radios.
All right. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 7.10, discussion and possible action to approve the resolution, number 2025-21R for the first responder mental health grant.
Yes, this is a continuing grant that I applied for a year ago, and we were able to receive it. This is the first responder mental health grant, and we once again received it. We got $10,000 this time around. That's what I asked for, and we got the maximum that I received. So with that, we bring Dr. Pina and Associates and his staff. He has licensed personnel that deal directly with first responders. It's not only for PD, but we also invite fire department to these sessions. So they come and do sessions and provide the information, and of course, then in turn, if anybody needs it in private, they can go over there.
That's great. That's
That is,
awesome.
that is
So moved.
I'll second.
motion second. Actually, Mr. Peña's he's a resident of our city as well, and looking to expand his business in the city to help, right, help needy people. Motion second. Any other questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. 7-11. Thank him as well, Chief, when you get a chance. We'll reach out to him as well. Item 7-11, discussion and possible action on resolution proclaiming April as Fair Housing Month for GLO state contract numbers. No, these are different. Are they? 337? Okay. Okay, so I'll just, as aforementioned in previous items, right? On this agenda.
So moved.
Motion, second, I'll go ahead and second. Any other questions? So keep the ball rolling, Mike, and let's keep doing good for the city and for the citizens of this city and departments. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you all very much, a lot of grant money. We need to put that out there, see how much we've received in grant money in the last, 2 years. It's been great. It's been real good, so thank you, and every penny counts. Item 7-12, discussion and possible action to approve the AIA contract for the construction of the new all-inclusive park at Marla Street with Southern Remodeling and Construction LLC. Do I have a motion?
I so move.
I have a motion. I'll go ahead and second. And you want to just brief us on that?
Sure.
Mike?
Southern Remodeling Construction was the #1 ranked firm to enter into the negotiations through the competitive seal proposals for the construction of the Marla Park. The architect, the project manager, and staff, we've been meeting with them to go over the project and some of the terms. Legal has provided that document, so it has been reviewed by legal. We would ask that you approve it subject to final legal review. It's currently being reviewed by the project manager, the architect, and we want Southern Remodeling to look at it. So if they've had any requests, we'll send them to legal. As long as nothing substantial changes, then we should be okay. But again, we would recommend, we'd ask that you approve it subject to final legal review.
So moved to approve, subject to final legal review.
I'll second.
Motion second.
Question on the irrigation line that's there, what's going to happen with that?
It's going to be an additional work that we didn't bid it out, it wasn't part of the bid, so we're getting quotes for that. We
Okay.
expect that to be under 100,000, so we don't have to go to the formal bidding process. We've got a few quotes already. Once we get that last one, then we can actually go ahead and bring that back to council. So we don't do any change orders, we won't change anything to the original scopes.
So we're going to do that for the first meeting of November?
Most
By the
likely,
first-
yes.
Okay.
All right, good question.
And just for the record, we are using standard AIA contracts for this specific
Right.
matter.
Good note.
Was that irrigation line removed from the scope of work for the fire station?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, we had a motion, for the record, we had a second. Any other questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'm still out.
Motion carried
Yeah.
with a no vote or
An abstention.
abstention? An abstention by Mr. Hernandez for the record. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Next item, 713, evaluation and ranking of, and possible action on CSP 2025-006 for the selection of a general contractor for the construction of the new fire station /EOC/training facility. Staff by Mr. Liu.
All right, and members of the council, you received your packages. Some of you didn't pick it up, we have them here for you. Right now is the time to submit and do your evaluation if you haven't done it already, and fill it out. Once you have all that filled out, we'll go ahead and return that to administration so that they can do the tabulations. And after we do the tabulations, we'll bring it back to you right now for the actual approval. So take a few minutes. At this time, we can exercise another recess while you all do that, but we just have to make sure you all are there while you're doing this.
Can we do 714?
We can do 714 first if you'd like, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do 714 and then come back to this one.
Right.
Good thinking, all right, so, we'll go ahead and go to item 714, to approve or disapprove, and then move back, right? That's what we're gonna do here. So item 714, last item, discussion and possible action on zoning and ordinances in Palmview.
Mayor, real quick, we're bringing this item back. We've discussed it in the past. We need some feedback and input from the council. As you recall, we're rezoning some of the areas off the expressway and I think 495 or Business 83 to limit certain type of businesses that we're trying to promote and to bring to Palmview and kind of limit, the type of businesses, basically. We've talked about auto shops, auto sales. So anything in the future, they'll be zoned in different areas. They'll be able to operate that business in different areas. The question has come up for existing properties. If it's an existing property that was built to be an auto sales shop, for example, they want to sell or rent to somebody else, because that property was built in such a manner that, that it was fitted for an auto shop, should we allow that to do that? Or are we just going to say, you know what, anything in the future has to be changed differently?
I think the fairest thing to do is what you mentioned first. If they want to rent, I think we should allow them to. And if they want to sell, and like you said, if the lot is specifically, built for an auto sales, I mean, I think it would be unfair for us to say, no, you can't sell, or if, somebody else buys from you, they can't do an auto shop.
Good point, very good point.
So, I think if we can, if legal can do that ordinance
So,
in
I
a
mean,
way
it's-
where it doesn't, not necessarily punish the owners, but, it doesn't, we won't discriminate against them.
Right, I
You know,
mean, if you have no intention to limit that type of development, then don't pass the ordinance at all. You know what I mean? The way it's being proposed, it's to specifically limit that future development. It doesn't mess with current developers. It does not mess with current business owners, but it does apply to the future business owner of that same property, essentially. And
Okay,
so
so-
it's, the way that administration has recommended it, it would stymie future development on that specific type of business. That is illegal, but it's up to the council whether or not they like that.
So, can we go back and
But it wouldn't apply if they're renting. The owners are still owners of the
The property.
property, right? In some
Well, the new
situations.
business is going to
It's
take out
new
a business
business,
license.
so it's a
when they come-
business license
Yeah, they're
issue.
going to have to take out a new business license.
well, you see, that was
So
the
then
next
it would
question.
apply?
Just
Like
to
it
make
would
it
be
really clear to
against-
council, this will stop development of used
New,
car lots
new.
off the expressway.
New,
New developments, correct.
so if it's existing,
If it's existing, it's there, but if it changes ownership, then it does affect it.
Or they rent to a new.
Or they rent to somebody else. Correct.
Then it
this
should.
ordinance would apply.
Yes, correct, that's correct, because it applies to the business license being issued. You would essentially not issue future business licenses for development along the expressway corridor for used car sales.
Okay, so,
Okay, yeah, go,
so what my question is, can we word the ordinance, a new ordinance, another ordinance, to where it doesn't affect, so where maybe they can, even the renter can have his car lot there, like you said?
The answer is yes, we can, and that's what council would like.
I would like
a
to
ver,
do that.
repeat, ¿cómo, Javi?
So I think what Mr. Ramirez, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm paraphrasing, essentially, if there is already a used car lot sales location,
Right.
if that location changes ownership, that location should not be affected
Cease
by
and
that.
Correct.
desist.
In other words, let the next owner continue the business of car lot
I
sales.
guess we're grandfathering the property,
The ones
Yes,
that are there.
I understand what you mean.
Hey, good
if it
point.
makes any sense.
Here's something that I had, I thought about a couple of nights ago, was some are built, they are built just to be car lots, and they're pretty small. They're like, some are even less than a half acre. And what, at least I think, I want to say that the intention was, along the expressway, any like half acre, 1 acre, that might not necessarily been built. So something to consider is this, and what I'm going at is this, let's say it was a house along the expressway, and it wasn't a car lot, or it was a portable along the expressway, or a trailer house, and they made it into a car lot.
No.
See, so we gotta look at what the rules are, you know, dive a little, dig it, because some are car lots. It's a brick and mortar with everything, and they've got just for their 10, 15 cars. We kind of shouldn't be punishing some of those people. But there's others that, you know, like I said before, they weren't, and they
Right.
decided to.
So, under Commissioner Ramirez's proposal, it would grandfather existing car lot properties to
Properties.
continue their
Correct.
car lot business.
So and then something else to look at is if I owned a business existing and I closed it and it's been closed for a year, but I want to reopen it or rent it,
Or if it's being used as a different type of
The
business?
ordinance, the
or different
ordinance,
type of business.
okay,
Then
but the
what?
ordinance is gonna read essentially no new
Used
car
car
lots
no more new.
along the expressway.
Yeah.
So if it's already existing and they close and they wanna reopen, they will be
They
able
can,
to
the
with this
owner-
ordinance.
The owner, if they're gonna
Correct.
rent,
It's in the same location.
In the same location,
Yes.
correct. It's just no new.
It's like if the owner want to rent somebody, right?
Correct. They should be able to. That's my opinion. Are you, that's
so
your
could
opinion?
we, so they could,
Yeah.
could we,
It's fair.
and not being, directing to, you know, certain group or area, but I would say from, what is it, La Homa up the expressway, on the north side of all that open land, for sure, no. All the way to Goodwin Road.
So what we can do, because right now it's just for discussion,
That
but
area
hearing
is-
what y'all having to say, let us bring back to
Right.
you maybe 2 or 3 ordinance options that you
Correct.
can look at.
Good.
And what it affects, and that way that can be up for approval at the next meeting. So we'll carry that over. There's no
Okay,
action need to be taken.
No
right
action.
now.
Yeah, but he's got a very good point.
So we don't take any action on this?
No action. We'll work on that.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm glad we brought it up for discussion.
So we can go
Do we
back
need
to
vote on that?
713.
No action? No? Okay.
No, there's no action for that, yeah.
Okay.
As to 713, the score sheets should be on there. You'll notice that they are different. At a prior council meeting, you adopted a simplified form. That is the new form. There's only 5 categories, so there's less categories, and it's between 1 and 5. 5 being the highest, and 1 being the lowest. All you have to do is fill in that first column from 1 through 5 for each criteria, and then finance will calculate the weight of that and turn it into an actual score.
All right,
So
at
take some time.
6:16, we're gonna recess, take another little recess.
We'll get a motion in a second for the
Can
recess.
I have a motion?
I motion to recess.
Second.
Motion second, 6:16, we will recess into,
Just recess. yeah.
recess into recess. All right. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
All right, so fill out your form.